All right, bang, bang, not a game. So I didn't get to watch the game between the San Francisco 49ers versus Seattle Seahawks. I was celebrating my anniversary. And but I definitely went back and watched some of the highlights, and I'm going to try to watch the full game and replay because I know that there's going to be some plays that I probably missed in this post-game reaction. But with that being said, let's jump into it. So first and foremost, congratulations to our San Francisco 49ers on the W. We beat Seattle Seahawks 3 times in the year, and that's impressive. No matter what year it is, it's always good to not only beat Seattle 3 times, but sweep the division on top of that. We haven't done that since like the 90s, I don't believe. I can't remember the last time we swept the division. So it's good to do those things. So I will say one of the most impressive plays in that game, even though that fumble that we forced Seattle with when they were in the red zone and we got them to turn it over and Nick Bosa, I think, fell on top of it. I saw that. That was impressive because that was a huge momentum swing. But the biggest play that I love was when the San Francisco 49ers as a team jumped up and got in Seattle's face and backed up Deebo Samuel, and they was ready to like, hey, what's up with it? They was ready to throw down. And I love that because it showed the connection, the support, and the love that this team genuinely has for each other. It showed up. And at that moment, it looked like the 49ers just put their foot on the gas and didn't let up and just took it to Seattle, punched Seattle in the face, and that was the most enjoying part for me for that victory. I will say that San Francisco 49ers in the second half and the one that got fired up, when they saw Debo and that Seattle guy get into it, I want to see that same San Francisco 49ers team in the beginning of the game and do that the entire 4 quarters. I always said I love our chances if we score 30-plus points because our defense has shown the ability to hold teams under 30 for the most part. There's exceptions to the rules, of course, but for the most part, not many teams are putting up more than 30-plus on our defense. So I love the fact that our defense can do enough to win and lock in when they got to, and they shut teams down. And this win streak is amazing. So hopefully San Francisco 49ers continue to play like this 4 quarters instead of a second half. Fortunately, the game is a whole game and not just one half because the first half, it was like, uh-oh, here we go. But, hey, Seattle, I will say as much as the 49er fans and Seattle fans, have our rivalry in the division, I will say Seattle has impressed by even making the playoffs without Russell Wilson. And for them to go beat Russell Wilson at the beginning of the year and make it to the playoffs, man, that's still impressive. It's hard to make the playoffs. So that's impressive. I see San Francisco and Seattle, as long as Pete Carroll's there, being consistently probably the top 2 in the division for years to come, depending on what the other teams do. But San Francisco and Seattle have been more consistent. So big shout out to our Niners. We'll see who we play next. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Go San Francisco.